candidates for district attorney for the Alapaha Judicial Circuit. We have Cathy Helms, incumbent, and Dick Perryman, challenge. Mr. Perryman is unable to be with us tonight, so his mother, Ms. Lou Perryman-Putnam, will be speaking on behalf of his campaign. Remember, each candidate will have 5 minutes to give an opening statement. After the opening statements, candidates will be asked 3 questions and will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. After all of these questions have been answered, each candidate will have 3 minutes to give a closing statement. The timekeeper will alert each candidate when their time is up. Since questions can only be answered by candidates, Ms. Helms will be the only candidate to respond to questions in this session. We will start with Mr. Perryman's campaign at Ms. Putnam. Ms. Putnam, you have 5 minutes for your opening statement.
I'm going to stand also. First of all, let me say, I am a nervous wreck. So I am the mother here, and I'm reading what Dick asked me to convey to you tonight. So if you will please just bear with me, and if you see anything shaking, it's really shaking. Thank you. Good evening. My name is Lou Perryman-Putnam. My son, Dick Perryman, is running for district attorney for the Alapaha Judicial Circuit. Dick is so sorry he couldn't be here tonight. He had a prior commitment in another county before this event was ever scheduled. Dick wants me to let you know that he appreciates you all being here tonight, and to also thank Mr. Brian Sermons for working to put this event together. For those of you who don't know Dick, he has 10 years experience and actually tried his first jury trial here in Lanier County, where he obtained a conviction against a crack dealer. Furthermore, in his 10 years practicing law and managing a general practice law firm, he has tried and handled cases in magistrate court, probate court, state court, and superior court. In addition, Dick has handled a case before the Georgia Court of Appeals. He's also supported by local lawyers who have worked with him both in and outside the courtroom. Attorneys and law enforcement members encouraged Dick to get in this race. In fact, just today, retired Sheriff Charlie Bryant from Cook County endorsed Dick in this race for district attorney, stating Dick's experience has prepared him for the office of district attorney. He knows how to try cases and work with law enforcement to protect our communities. Dick encourages you to speak with your local law enforcement from within this circuit and ask them who they are supporting for this race. Dick also has a strong record of community service. He was elected to 2 terms of the Nashville City Council. He has served on the board of the Haven, which is a battered women's shelter. He's been on the Berrien County Collaborative and the Boys and Girls Club. In addition, he is currently serving on the administrative board at the Nashville United Methodist Church. Dick has served as the chairman of the Chamber of Commerce and even chaired the fundraising for the Boy Scouts of Berrien County at the request of Ms. Helms, who asked him to do so precisely because of Dick's service to the community. Dick is a lifelong conservative Republican. He is committed to running the district attorney's office in a way that reflects the conservative philosophy of South Georgians. In closing, let me share with you a letter from some of Dick's fellow attorneys, most of them from inside this circuit. It is with great pride that we offer our full support and endorsement to our fellow lawyer and friend, Dick Perryman. Dick has the experience and good professional judgment to serve as the next district attorney. For many years, we've all worked with Dick on cases both in the courtroom and outside the courtroom. Dick is well respected by the legal community throughout this circuit. His 10 years of experience in trying cases in probate, magistrate, and superior courts will serve him well in his new capacity as district attorney. Dick knows that there are some things worth fighting for: our children, our property, and our safety. Please vote for Dick Perryman as your next district attorney. And the attorneys who signed this letter were Daniel Studstill, attorney at law at Nashville; Kevin Perry, Nashville; Matt Bennett, Adel; Brenda Carver Mullis, Pearson; Charles Reddick, Homerville; George McCraney, Douglas; Anna Loki Bagley, Adel; Mark Perry, Valdosta; Paul Hamilton, Nashville; Daniel Cunningham, Adel; and Justin Studstill, Valdosta. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you tonight. I humbly ask you to vote for my son, Dick Perryman, for district attorney. Thank you.
Ms. Helms, you have 5 minutes for your opening statement.
Thank you, and I won't even take that much. During the last 8 years, it has been my great privilege to serve as your elected district attorney here in the Alapaha Judicial Circuit. I do want to also, before I get started, thank all of you for being here. Your presence is valuable to me and important, and I do appreciate you coming. I also want to express appreciation to the Republican Party of Lanier County for sponsoring this, and to Brian Sermons for organizing it. Also the City of Lakeland for letting us use their wonderful new facility. During that last 8 years, more than 20,000 cases have come through our office and that we have shepherded through the criminal justice system. I myself have handled every single murder case during the last 8 years, and during my 26 years practicing law, I have never lost a death case. I take those cases very, very seriously. Where a victim can no longer speak, I think it's important that that victim have a voice in the courtroom, and I'm happy to provide that voice. Many of those cases, as you here in Lanier County know, have been here in Lanier County. But I've not just tried the big cases. I've tried a little bit of everything. DUI case against the DUI guy who advertises the DUI guy in Valdosta, child abuse, child molestation, and my most recent trial over in Atkinson County was a guilty verdict on child pornography. And I hope to heaven I never have to try another one of those as long as I live. My office has also obtained numerous grants, and I applied for 4 different grants. I was awarded each and every one of those. Those help reduce the tax burden on you, the taxpayers, in each of the counties. Prior to being elected district attorney, I was in private practice in Homerville, Georgia with my husband, Jeff Helms. We had a general civil practice, and I tried cases in both state and federal courts during those 15 years. I also served as an assistant district attorney in Valdosta for 2 years, during which time I tried more than 50 felony criminal jury trials there. I attended law school at the University of Georgia and received my undergraduate degree from the University of Virginia in Charlottesville, Virginia. I too was an Air Force baby. I was born at Langley Air Force Base in Hampton, Virginia. But both my parents are native Georgians from Augusta, Georgia, both of them. And I always wanted to come back to Georgia because all of my family was here. And so I did attend law school at Georgia, and then I married South Georgia. I was lucky enough to marry Jeff from, he was born and reared in Atkinson County, moved to Homerville, Clinch County when he was 10. And so I'm very blessed to have found my way to South Georgia. I'm very active in the community. I do serve on the Boy Scouts of America Executive Board, and I did ask Mr. Perryman to chair a fundraiser there in Berrien County. We are constantly looking for funds to make sure that our Boy Scouts have all the equipment and the resources that they need. I've served in many capacities at the Homerville United Methodist Church. I've been on the Board of Trustees and most recently on the Pastor Parish Relations Committee. I've been president of the Homerville Women's Club, and for 10 years my husband and I coached the Clinch County High School mock trial